good boy with Chinese.
I keep telling you ladies that men are no longer falling for this. They are not buying a bunch of drinks for women that they do not know, that you would probably just take from them and walk away, not even hold a conversation for it. And then on top of that, not only do they know that you're not going to appreciate it because you're literally not giving anything back to them, but they know how you end up viewing them for it. You are just trying to get a drink from them and nothing else. You're not being genuine, and they are not falling for that. And it's so funny to me because ladies today, it's almost like you all are trying to compensate and make up for feeling used by men in the past. So you turn around and try to use them for their money, but then it doesn't work, which is really good that it doesn't work anymore, because what are we all doing out here just trying to use each other? We're trying to make things transactional when it shouldn't be that way. So buy your own drinks, ladies, and walk up to that man that you are actually attracted to and interested in having a conversation with.
No.
Where's the place? You guys want cheese? Here, Mama. You start off with cheese or pepperoni?
Cheese. Pepperoni. Cheese.
So that's yours.
This video went on for about 2 minutes where his wife is really just holding the camera and he is serving up plates and pizza to all of the kids. She is also holding a baby during the interaction, but people in the comments are in a heated debate on what is going on and what is wrong about the situation. One side is saying that it is very obvious that that man is exhausted and he deserves better and he's probably going to divorce her at some point. And then a bunch of other people are saying that she deserves a break because she's been taking care of the kids all day. She's probably also exhausted. My first instinct is that he is very obviously exhausted, and the fact that she's holding up a camera instead of helping him doesn't really sit well. But then if you dive deeper into her page, like, she actually has a decent following. She's probably trying to do something with it, which could be totally worth the filming at that point. But even more importantly, they share 10 kids, like, together. They have 10 children. I don't even think that it's like a blended family situation. Like, I think that she has birthed 10 children and they've done it together. I think this is just a situation where there's two parents equally exhausted and they all deserve a pizza night. There's nothing wrong with that. But what do you guys think?
So, what's the problem?
What you mean, what's the problem?
What's the problem?
Sorry. What do you mean, what's the problem?
I mean, in order for us to be together, this is what has to be done. In order for you to meet my parents, this is what has to be done.
For all of me to meet your parents, why are you, number one, why are you recording me? Why are you recording me?
Because I'm trying to make it make sense. I don't get it. I don't understand the problem, so I want to get everybody's opinion.
We've been dating almost a year, and then you hit me with the only way I can meet your parents is I have to convert to Islam.
Yes, that's the deal. That's something that, I'm sorry, maybe it's my fault. I should have talked to you about it a while ago, but that is one of the stipulations that my family have.
That man is a man that has just come to the realization that you are not wifey material, because you are absolutely at fault for this. This should have been something discussed within the first week of knowing each other, not a year after being in a relationship together. So yeah, you are in the wrong. And here this man is, like, he has probably wasted so much time, effort, finances on you and on this relationship that it is honestly so disheartening. And it's exactly why men that have been through anything similar to this, they just don't want it anymore. They don't think that relationships are worth it.
Don't be sitting in your car. No. Come in and take care of your kids. Don't be sitting in your car.
What if that man just had a really rough day at work, and he's sitting there in the driveway trying to bring himself to the point of just letting that go and transition into dad mode and husband mode. He's taking a few minutes to mentally prepare for that shift. And then as he's doing that, his wife comes out of the door and just is under this assumption that that man is being, selfish in his time, and she demands that he gets inside. That honestly would be so disheartening to anyone. And he's either one, going to just suck it up and deal with it, but then also feel like he has an unsupportive wife, or two, he's just going to stay at work a few more minutes before leaving the parking lot, or pulling over to the side of the road before getting home just to decompress. And then you don't know what's going on with him, so a far better solution here would be to maybe text him while he's sitting in the car, check in on him, say, are you okay? Give him that space and opportunity to tell you what's going on, because that's already very difficult for men to do in general. And if he does that, and then you're like that soft place to land, that means everything to a man.
This is better.
No,
It's better for
please.
me.
No, please don't go.
No.
Please stay. Please stay.
No, you held that from me. Like you intentionally didn't tell me that.
I'm sorry. Like, please don't go.
No. Hopefully you tell the next guy you had a kid before 6 months.
6 months? What did you do? Did you stuff your children in a closet somewhere? I mean, at least their stuff. You must have hid their stuff. Because you cannot seriously date somebody for 6 months and hide the evidence that you are a mother and that you have children. You would have to hide their stuff. You would have to lie about where you are and what you did in a day. You would have to lie about a huge part of your history. So I'm on his side, because at that point, it is not just that you were not transparent. You were actually hiding things actively. And I think that man handled it perfectly well. He was calm, controlled, well-mannered. He didn't bash her. He didn't insult her. He just said it as it is, and he was taking himself out of the situation. And honestly, he could have been way more upset, because he probably put in so much time and effort into this relationship within that 6 months that this sort of thing would feel like somewhat of a betrayal. That man obviously deserved better, and he knew it, so he made the king move.
I've made dinner every single night for the past 10 years. Every night, my husband still comes up. He acts like it's the first time I've ever made him dinner. Baby, thank you so much for making dinner. This looks delicious. It's the small things like that that remind me I married a good man. Because every single night, it's thank you so much for all of your hard work and what you do for our family. And I don't know, you feel so appreciated. Just sitting here serving dinner, and he's like, baby, thank you so much for doing this. And I'm like, you got it, honey. Whatever you want.
Yes, yes, and yes. I love this, because this is what marriage should look like. Like one person maybe taking on a specific role and putting in a bunch of effort, and then the other person appreciating that. But if that's not enough to convince some of the ladies that I know that are going to flood the comments and say, what do you mean you've made dinner every single night? The man should also contribute to that. If it wasn't apparent, the woman is happy. Okay, the woman has a huge smile on her face. She's happy to make dinner every night, because guess what? Her husband is appreciating it. And I bet you anything, even her kids are appreciating it, because their kids are learning from their father. And what that gives to that woman in return is purpose. She fills a role. She's giving something to her family that she enjoys. So even if you're somebody that wouldn't feel the same way as she feels about the situation, guess what? You can leave your negativity at the door, because the woman is clearly happy about it.
My husband is making me go on a boat day with the guys he works with and their wives. Mind you, he knows I'm 6 months postpartum, and he's still making me go because he wants me to be there. He won't have fun without me. So I'm brainstorming as I work out topics I could fight about, like, rage bait topics, or just something where I can really stir the pot in my marriage, where I can start a fight and then I don't have to go. It can't be too dramatic, or he'll see right through me, and he usually doesn't take the bait when I try to give him an attitude. He doesn't give in. You have to know my husband. He is not a fighter. He does not like to argue, so it has to be just right. Enough where I can be like, you can just go by yourself tomorrow. I'm going to practice. You know what? I'm not even going to go tomorrow. You can go by yourself. Or, if that's how you feel, you can go on the boat tomorrow by yourself.
I can confidently say that your husband deserves better. Because if you can't be honest about not wanting to go, because then what? You're the bad guy, and your manipulative technique is to then make him the bad guy, and then you're the one that's just on the defense and saying that you don't want to go because of his attitude, that is pretty extremely messed up. Based on this, it sounds like to me your husband has at least been walking on eggshells for the last few years, and now he's walking on needles with a fiery pit actively burning his feet as he continues to walk through that path. Hence why your husband deserves better. And 6 months postpartum, by the way, is not an excuse for this, because that is plenty of time to recover. You're obviously working out. You obviously feel pretty good to do so. I think at the very least, you could spend some time on the boat, or be honest and just tell him, admit to him that you're the boring person that doesn't want to go. That's the solution.
I mean, it's not even going to matter, to be honest. It's not even going to matter. She's talking to me. She's trying to find topics to say so she won't have to go on the or trying to start a fight to say, man, I don't want to start. I don't want to go on this boat. You can go by yourself. Okay. You know, with the way that these modern women act, I think a lot of men will be okay doing things on their own. To be honest, I think they'll be okay with that. These modern, y'all make things so bad. Some of these ladies, I don't even want to be around you. I don't even want to talk to you. So I think this would be a nice break. You can go do something. He can go do something. But I want to say something to you. I want to make sure you understand that the next time you want to go do something and he don't want to go do it, he should be able to say, you know what? I think I'm going to sit this one out. I'll take a rain check and not hear anything for the rest of the night. Not hear anything honestly and truly at any time. Because remember, you made up something so you wouldn't have to go. So I'm sure you can do the same thing.
Tell me why I walked into a coffee shop today and inside were 5 grown men. One was a 16-year-old with his father. And as I'm struggling to get in and out with my 2-week-old baby, which also makes me 2 weeks postpartum, and the stroller, all 5 men just stood there.
Easy. I'll tell you why. It's because you didn't ask them for help and you had a very small child in a stroller, and a man is going to be very cautious about approaching a woman with a baby because that man does not want any chance of anything that he does or say to be misconstrued. Ladies, this is a very real and valid concern from many men out there. That is why if you need help, if you desire them to help you hold open the door, you need to just ask, because guaranteed that man plus any man surrounding you is going to help you. And by the way, by the end of her story, she does admit that on her way out, there was somebody outside. When she turned around and needed to go back into the coffee shop, that man helped open the door for her. So there you go.
If a man ever brags that they do not chase women, they brag that they're not going to go out of their way for a woman, you, like men, you want to be a princess, you want a man to chase you, they haven't admitted to themselves that they are like actually... Okay.
If a man brags that he doesn't chase women, it's because he has self-respect and standards. And he's probably made the mistake of chasing a woman in his past, which he lived to regret. He's probably a little bit older and he's really happy in his life with his hobbies, his work, and his friends, which makes him very smart because he's not going to just rush into anything. But he's not. Like, of course, if a woman comes into his life that he is interested in, he's going to do a little bit of effort, but then he's going to wait to see if she gives effort back. And then he continues that cycle while getting to know her. But if he's really smart, he's going to... I'm sorry, I think you're confusing overtime with fun time. Because if your man is working, especially overtime, because he's already put in 8+ hours in a day, and then he has to work more than that, he's exhausted. That is a sacrifice. It's like the definition of sacrifice. What I definitely don't understand here is that women for so long have been trying to get men to understand that when they are stay-at-home mothers, that is work for them, that they actually are very much drained by the end of the day. But as a woman, if you're trying to flip the script and you're trying to say that a man's job or a man's work is not actually work and they're just trying to avoid responsibilities at home, the bottom line is that it's not factual. That man is sacrificing because he's putting in his time and work and sweat in order to make money for the household, for you, for potential kids.
Okay, riddle me this. A man got me flowers, okay? And he goes, did you notice they match your nails? They match my nails to a T. At first I was like, oh my gosh, like that's so cute, that's so cute, that's so cute. Then I posted on my private story, and all my friends were like, oh baby girl, he's gay. Is he?
No, he's not. He just likes you, and he's trying to pay attention to specifics with you in order for you to realize that he likes you. And he's trying to impress you, which initially seems like the case, like it was effective. You seemed impressed until you got your friend's opinion, which, by the way, is a perfect example of a woman's single friends trying to keep a woman single, which is really messed up. But beautiful women, you need to come to terms with this. You should see men that put in effort like this in a different light, in a positive light. When you don't, that is what is so disheartening to men, and then you don't even end up getting what you want, which is a good man. Which, side note, because people are already saying this in the comments, those are carnations. Yes, they are a cheaper flower, but let me tell you, they last like a month, which is like 2 weeks longer than any other flower. The fact is that man just really likes you.
As a man, one of the worst feelings you can go through is choosing not to talk to a woman because you know you're not where you want to be at in life. Like, I can't speak to you right now because I'm not set financially. I'm not where I want to be at. I don't have this car. I don't have this house, whatever it may be. I'm just not in the right state to be speaking to you and to be dating you. And then you let some time pass on and they end up being in a relationship. Like,
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Why did you open the door for everybody?
What do you mean? It
What-
was three other women in front of us. I just opened. They was ahead of
But you were
us.
supposed to open the door for me.
Are you? I'm opening the door for you right now.
Do it right now.
It was just open. What do you mean do it right?
You just a friend. You just a friendly. You too friendly.
I don't like how you talking to me though. I'm
'Cause
a
you
grown
too
man.
friendly.
But you're not gonna try to embarrass
But
me
you-
out here in public.
Ain't nobody see us.
It was
Ain't-
real simple.
Oh, don't make me mad.
Don't
you know
make
what?
you mad.
Do
It's
not
our
make
first
me mad.
date and you're getting upset because I opened the door for three other women.
How many did you say?
It was three.
It should have been only me.
You know what? I'm gonna go watch a movie. You don't have to do anything. Matter of fact, you open the door yourself. How about that?
That's so. What? Are you crazy?
Any man that is or will be in any type of situation like this, even a hint of this type of situation, this is the king move. You gotta walk away because she is a blaring bullet. A bullet that you absolutely need to dodge if you want any kind of peace in your life. Because there are, unfortunately, absolutely certain women out there that will only want their man to do things that are nice for them. And that's it. And if they ever get a hint or witness him being nice to another woman, him helping another woman out, him saying thank you, that is a problem for her. Which, when you logically reason through that, it doesn't make sense because a man's good character is going to shine through to everybody that surrounds him. He's not going to have one personality just for you and then a personality for anyone that you might be jealous of. And a good man that is truly a good man, he knows that he's not going to turn off his character just for a woman. It is not worth it.
You want to end up with a bitchy woman. You want to know why? Men love bitches and men should love bitches because the girl that is a little bit mean, that is a little bit blunt, that is the woman that's going to hold herself to her standards and is going to hold you to her expectations. Men want to be challenged. That makes a man feel masculine when she pushes him, when she makes him feel like he's working for something or working towards something. He wants to feel challenged. Bitchy woman is a woman with self-respect.
Absolutely not. Men do not want this because can you imagine being challenged over everything constantly? Like, first of all, it's annoying. And second of all, it doesn't motivate you to be better. If anything, it will emasculate a man. And as a woman, that is a zone that you do not want to venture into. Lastly, what she says about a self-respecting woman, absolutely. Like, every man wants that because he doesn't want a woman that's just going to go off the Joe Schmo the second that other man says hello to her. But a woman can be self-respecting without the attitude.
Boys are so funny because what do you mean Billy went to the store and grabbed this bouquet and thought it was the cutest, prettiest one there?
what's wrong with it?
Nothing. We just have really, really different tastes.
I got you flowers for Memorial Day.
And it's so kind.
They're on theme.
I love it. I love them. Truly, truly, I love them. They're so you.
What does that mean? I am patriotic.
So good.
For most men, this would absolutely be the last time that he bought you flowers. Because not only are you kind of complaining, but you're also making fun of him publicly. And let's not forget that this is over Memorial Day flowers. I mean, what girls are getting Memorial Day flowers? I mean, the man is literally asking you what is wrong with them because it just doesn't make sense to him. And honestly, it shouldn't make sense because most people would think that any flowers is better than no flowers. I don't care what color they are. Anyways, the last thing I have to say about this is that you should appreciate those flowers because it's probably going to be the last, at least Memorial Day flowers that you'll receive.
You know, I want you to just one day just like take me. Like that passion, you know what I mean? I don't want to pencil it in the calendar, like, you know, when you have a break in between meetings and it's all planned. I want you to just grab me and take me and have me. That's what I want.
Like right now?
No, not right now. You gotta shower, you're stinky and gross. But like, you just need to know, bro. You need to know what I'm ready for and when I want you. Just do it.
So you want him to be a mind reader, but if he doesn't do it successfully, he's going to pay for it. I think that what is most frustrating for men in this type of situation is that they can see it as that they have all of the ingredients for something amazing. Like, she wants it, she's interested in him, and obviously he wants it. He's interested in her. But for her, it's like everything has to be perfectly aligned, and then also he has to perfectly mind read. But for that man, he's thinking, why the heck does that matter? Why can't you just have some sort of system? Why can't you just hold up the yellow or green or red flags every day? And as the woman, you don't even need to say 2 words. You've just put out your signal and then he reads it clearly and then y'all get what you both want, which is perfect.
These modern women are engaging in a lot of playing games. They're going to do these things. Unfortunately, honestly and truly, I think some of these ladies are, probably just joking. But some of these modern women are actually doing this. And they're going to do it thinking that it's cute. They're going to do it thinking that, this is just the way I am. And, there are a lot of good guys out there, but the right man will allow me to act this way. Why would he allow you to act like a child? Why would he allow you to act stupid? I don't know. That's what they told me. The right man will do it. And they're going to keep on playing. It'd be one thing if you had, one joke. But these modern women are going to keep on doing these types of things. And when their relationship goes down the drain, they're going to be upset. They're going to be ticked off at the man. They're going to be ticked off at society. They're going to be ticked off at everyone. Unconsolable or inconsolable. And they did it. It's your fault. Stop doing stupid stuff.
Okay, if you're a man, keep scrolling. Ladies, specifically wives or women who live with your male partner, tell me if this is normal or if I'm just a terrible person. Nothing stresses me out more than when my husband is relaxing. When he's at work, when he's working out, when he's cleaning the garage, when he's doing his laundry, doing the dishes, whatever. When he's up and busy and moving around, my resting heart rate is at an all-time low. I'm feeling amazing. My skin is glowing. I feel zen. I feel at peace. The second he sits on the couch, the second he's sleeping in, I have the blood pressure of a hummingbird. My stress level is at an all-time high. I'm nervously sweating. I'm clenching my jaw. Like my poor husband can't catch a break. Like, unless the sun has gone down, the day is over, the day is done. We are both on the couch. We are both watching a movie. Like, that's okay. But if the sun is up, if the sun is still shining, he best be moving around. He best be doing something.
The amount of women in the comment section of this video that do not see this as being a problem, that it is completely normal, and that it's actually his fault as to why you feel this way is insane. At this point, anyone that does not see this as an issue, my question back to you is, how do you expect equality to men if he's literally doing all the work while you are making this video in clear daylight in bed? I don't know, call me crazy or call me a true feminist, but I believe that both men and women, they have a desire to rest, especially when they are generally hard workers through the day. They might need to take a break because they're human, and I don't think that it's healthy for any one gender to expect the other gender to not be able to take that break. Call me crazy.
My husband and I were together for 8 years, 4 years dating, 4 years married, and I decided to move out in February. And do you want to know how many times in the now 3 months that we've been separated that he's
begged me to come back, told me how much he loves me, how much he wants to make it work, how much he misses me and our dog. Zero times.
Ladies, look, if you play a stupid game, you're going to win a stupid prize. And that is exactly what this is. If you break up with a man and you leave the marital home under the guise that it is over, you're done, but you actually want him to chase you, like it is that sort of game, but he doesn't do that, guess why? It's because he's not playing that game. He took you for your word and he left and he saw it as over, and he's not going to continue to reach out to you and try to chase you because that's just going to keep him from healing. I mean, honestly, that would just be disrespectful to himself and even you if you weren't playing a game and you actually wanted to end the relationship. That is why, ladies, you never want to play this sort of game. You're all out here just hurting yourselves.
Tonight I'ma let you be the captain. Tonight I'ma let you do your thing, yeah.
I can confidently say that your husband doesn't think this funny, and actually no man thinks this is funny. I would actually bet almost anything that every man that has watched this is fully triggered because they've been through something similar to this. But what is really bad is when it's on repeat. If you're in a relationship where this is repeating over and over, just empty promises with very little follow through, honestly, I think for most men, that's worse than not having any promises at all. Because there's just something about getting excited for something and looking forward to it and then it not happening. And the extra layer as to why it's so bad is because that man is going into it that night and he is asking for, like, he's trying to make the moves. And then what? You reject him. That over time, that kills the intimacy in a relationship. And in those cases, women are left asking, where did the divorce come from? Okay.
Are you serious? It's 2 a.m. and you're playing a f***ing game?
I thought you were asleep.
That you really set up a fake body to come and play a game in the guest room? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Go to bed, bro.
I just wanted to play the game.
No, you're not getting here for a week now, bro.
Are you serious?
Go get to bed. What the hell is your problem?
I just want to play the game.
No.
Oh my god, I just want to play the game.
No, now you're not going to play the game for a week.
Are you serious?
Oh, this is absolutely grounds for having your wifey status revoked. Because even if it's odd to you that he's playing his game in the middle of the night and that's not something that you would ever do, you do not get to treat him like his mother. I mean, maybe that man was having trouble sleeping and that's the thing that relaxes him and helps calm his mind and gets his mind off of his stress and worries. And as long as he's not disrupting you, I mean, the man was kind enough to set up a fake body so that you wouldn't wake up. This is very obviously controlling, especially when you're telling him that he's not going to get the game back for another week. Like, this is clearly not the first time. And that man, he needs to stand up for himself and he needs to revoke that mother to him status in order for you to maintain your wifey status.
This guy asked me out to dinner and I said, I wish I could, but I can't. And he said, why can't you? And I said, because my hands and my toes are not done and I feel very insecure about them. And he was like, well, I'll just pay for them. And then he sent me money to get them done. That's what I got. I went out to eat with this guy twice already. We're not dating. It's not a date. And he pissed me off last week. So now I'm going to drain his wallet in the form of sashimi and nigiri. Because I love sushi. I love it. And he's a really big foodie. He knows all the great restaurants in Orlando.
And then women wonder why men don't do these big acts of kindness, because the one time that he does, he learns his lesson. Because there are absolutely plenty of women like this out there that are master manipulators, and they'll have a guy thinking that she's actually interested in him and that he's taking her out on a date. But here she is prior to the date scheming and planning how to drain his wallet. And then she's claiming it's not even a date. Like, she has zero interest in this man. So yeah, eventually, you know, that man's gonna learn. And then he's never going to do it again for somebody else. And then all of you women are out here wondering why that is the case. Why it doesn't happen anymore. This is exactly why. It's not a man problem, okay? It's how you've treated him problem.
So my baby daddy is single. And no, he is not ready to mingle. So do not go hit him up. If he wants to talk to you, I promise he will.
Okay, whoever the next eligible bachelorette may be, regardless of who you are, that as long as you know your place when it comes to my child, I don't know my place when it comes to your man, Pookie. Okay, bye.
Girl, you need to take this down and just send this video to that man. Because if you do that, one of two things are going to happen. One, he's going to find this super attractive. He's not over you. You guys are just going to end up getting back together. Or two, that man, he knows that he's in a toxic cycle with you and he exited himself. He is not getting pulled back into it. And in that case, this will probably serve as an aha moment. He will realize that you are going to continue to wreak havoc in his life through the child, which I believe is how most toxic baby mamas start off. They will have their claws in you and will never want to let you go. They could have a whole nother man, a whole nother family, and they still are trying to control you. So men, smarten up to this and set those boundaries super early on after you split.
Is it a red flag if a guy wants you to drive on the first date? I feel like driving to the first date as a girl is like kind of crazy.
This is a great example of how different women will have completely different preferences based on their assumptions. I would say that for the majority of women in this day and age, they don't want to be picked up. They want to meet you there for the first date because they don't want a stranger picking them up and knowing where they live. And men today, they know that this is the majority of women, so they don't want to creep you out. They don't even want to offer to pick you up because they don't want to freak you out. And that is why, ladies, it is really on you in order to communicate this as something that you want. Don't just assume that it's a red flag, because having that harsh opinion as if this is some red flag thing that this guy is doing and he's not a good person because of it, that is what makes dating so frustrating. Because as a man, he can have the best intentions of the world. He can be so authentic. But if you have this honestly weird interpretation of what he means, that's your loss.
I'll never forget this case. It was heartbreak. There was this, I think he was 10-year-old little boy. And he used to say to his dad, when you drop me off after our visit, can we stop before we turn onto Mom's street? And I'll give you a hug and I'll tell you I love you. Because then when we get to the house, I'm going to get out of the car and yell that I hate you and I never want to see you again. And I'm going to run up to Mom's. Because this kid at 10 had figured out that if he let Mom know he loves Dad, that Mom would be mad at him and she would be cold to him. And he also knew that his father loved him so much that he could do that and yell at him and he would understand. And so they had this routine for 2 years where they would pull up and get out of the car and he'd hug him and he'd tell him he loved him, and then he'd get back in the car and he'd pull up to the house and the kid would get out and slam the door and yell, I hate you, I never want to see you again, and run back up to Mom's, and Mom would shuffle him in, my poor baby. What do you think that does to a kid? What do you think that does? What effect do you think that has on a kid? How could you create conditions like that and claim you love that kid? But the problem is we have a system that is ill-equipped to deal with that.
I mean, modern women have a lot of courage to get online and say a bunch of stupid stuff. If the sun is not down and there's still daylight out and he's resting or taking a nap and he best be up moving around. Can you best be shutting up? Can you best find something to do? Turn your freaking phone off and be quiet. This is what makes men say, just shut up talking. Just be quiet. Don't nobody want to hear your stupid mind. Shut up. Don't nobody want to hear that. Man, you ain't got no show to watch. You don't got nowhere to go. You ain't got no target run to be on. You on your phone right now. And that's what I keep on saying. When you see these modern women say stuff like this, they don't have a job. They do not have anything to do. They're not tired enough. Man, you could be going on a run right now. You could be on the treadmill, the Stairmaster. You got a gym membership, get another one. I know gyms that have spin classes. You're not tired after a spin class, go take a hot yoga class. You're not tired after that, go take a Pilates class. Anything and everything to get you to stop talking. And on the way, you'll build up a great physique. So you'll look good, and then your mouth is closed. Man, shut up.
Remember in college when all you had to do was get blackout drunk on any given night, the night of your choosing, in order to find a hot, jacked guy? Now when I see a guy who's jacked, I'm like, that's so nostalgic. I used to have my absolute pick of the litter with you, and now at 33 years old, I'm traipsing around the city in high heels trying to find a bar that will let me in, and then also trying to find a guy who's like hot and jacked and like I have to care about like personality in your job now. Like, are you ambitious? Because like I have to actually want to spend time with you. Whereas in college, like all you had to care about was, are you hot? Like I miss those days.
Nope, I don't remember that, but I do think that this serves as a really important message, because all too many times I think that women believe that what they're experiencing in their 20s is exactly what they're going to experience through their 30s and even 40s. Ladies, that is not reality, because there's always continuous 20-year-olds that are going to replace you. If you want something more than walking the streets in your 30s alone looking for who knows what, or living at home by yourself in your 50s with a bunch of cats, you might want to consider doing a little bit more than just seeking that validation every weekend of your 20s.
I just want to let you know, this is the difference. This is what women are talking about when we say bare minimum, low effort. This is a Mother's Day gift I received. In the vase with water. The stems are cut properly at an angle. Done. Ready. It's ready to put on my counter and just simply enjoy. This is also a Mother's Day gift I received. Price tag is still on it. It's in the bag. It's not cut. It's not prepped. It's work. That's what that is. It's work. I buy myself flowers on a regular basis, so I'm used to the work. But when you get me a gift, I don't want to have to work for that gift. I want to enjoy that gift. This is work. Now, what's the difference? This was gifted by a woman. This was gifted by a man.
I'm at this point just wondering where this is going to lead to down the line, because eventually those flowers, right? And so that's additional work. That's cleanup. You have to throw the flowers out. You have to actually clean the vase that they were sitting in. Pretty soon, these ungrateful women are going to ruin it for all of us. And what is past flowers? Like, is it work to get dressed, to go out to dinner, to do your makeup, to even just stand up in the morning and breathe? Is it going to be work to have to unwrap a gift that's wrapped in wrapping paper or is in a gift bag? Is it going to be work to have to chew the food that he's made for you? At what point is the line drawn of ridiculousness? Because I think this is getting quite close.
There's this idea with a lot of young men that they'll hit their prime at 40 and then they can exclusively date young hot women. I am the young hot woman trying to date your dad. Let me tell you something. Most of you will not be pulling young hot women when you're 40.
Hello, it's me, the young hot woman trying to date your dad. You got so much hate. My audience is still mostly men that hate me because of that video. You want to know something? All my haters, they were not in that top percentile of attractiveness I was talking about. It's only the men who didn't peak, the majority of men who were hating on that video. All the men that did peak, all the men that are hot, 35 to 40, they couldn't disagree with me because they know I'm right and they're on a date with me. I still stand 10 toes down on that video. The reason I took it down is because people in real life were finding it. That made me really think about my digital footprint actually, but I'm still correct.
I just want to offer another possibility, and that is that the small group of men that you're referring to that did agree with you do find you attractive, and that the very large group of men that don't agree with you don't find you attractive. And look, I do not mean that as an insult, because everyone has different things that they are attracted to, which can be broken down into physical attractiveness and then basically everything else, which includes personality and attitude. For most people, if you come online and you're just bashing and putting down a whole group of people while boosting yourself up like you're in this top 20% of women, it's giving egotistical, and a lot of people are not attracted to that. Truly, it doesn't even matter how your outward appearance is at that point. That's just my 2 cents. That might be what's going on here, so food for thought.
Hey, what's up? Palmetto. Senior. High school.
Middle school.
Do you think this is funny?
Yes.
It's not. That ass nobody's laughing. You guys are laughing when we're stuck in an elevator. So just shut up so I can fix this. Okay? Like, I don't know any of you guys. And you guys are so mature. And you guys are fat because you can't walk down the stairs, obviously.
Yes.
Right? So just shut up and let me fix this, okay? Like, laugh all you want, but we're stuck in an elevator. So, hey!
No.
Somehow, this video continues to be referenced as some sort of example of a woman's worst fear. Being stuck in an elevator with 8 men. So I basically just wanted to show you guys the full video, again, showing that these are boys and that they are in high school. There's some people upset about how immature these men are being. Yeah, because they're not men. They're boys. Like, what do you expect from them? I believe it's a true example of how a woman can act any which way she wants, even from a young age. And guess what? That gets excused. Because that girl, you know, she can have a full-blown panic attack and she can say whatever insult she wants at those boys. And we need to just understand that she's scared. But then the boys, there's just no reason why they should be making jokes. Do you guys see the double standard? I hope so.
Basically, all I've learned from this entire experience is that casual is not for me. I just got done seeing my man who's not my man, but like he's literally not my man. And I basically told him that like I don't want to be in contact anymore. And yeah, like I mean I told him that like I wanted to be with him, that I wanted more for the two of us, and he told me that he's already told me that we don't align on wanting to have kids.
I really, really, really appreciate this woman's honesty and her bravery in sharing her story. If you guys haven't seen the recent Call Me Daddy podcast controversy, basically people are taking clips of this podcast and really showing how toxic the podcast host's advice is. A recent one was her admitting that she keeps a list of all the men that she has been with, and this woman is married right now. The way that she phrases it is just vulgar. She talks about she remembers each one that has been, I can't even say it. And then she basically is saying, and look at me, I'm still able to be married. I think that's her way of coping. And it is a terrible message, especially to young women. This is like the #1 podcast that's listened to by women, which is honestly scary. More and more women, unfortunately, they're going to be learning the hard way. And in the end all, as it already is, it's going to make relationships in today's day and age more and more difficult.
What'd you say about what I asked you?
I said, it's my day off.
Yeah?
We're off to a TJ Maxx, from the mall, get coffee, go look at this, go look at that.
And I don't see anything wrong with any of those things. It's fun.
Nothing about that is fun.
But you love me. But you love me.
Yeah, that man spends all week at a job doing things for somebody else that he doesn't want to do. And then on weekends, he gets to also do things for somebody else that he doesn't want to do. I mean, I get his point. He's saying it's not very fun, because it isn't. But one thing about these men that are good men in a relationship with you, he wants to make you happy. So he's going to end up doing the things with you. But these men also, they really deserve a partner that also considers what they want to do. So they're not trying to make this man spend all day doing only the things that they want to do. And you know in that relationship what your man wants to do, what he enjoys doing, what he finds relaxing. I think it's so important to be able to reciprocate that sort of time and initiate it. Like ask him, hey, why don't you go do this? You know, like we're not doing anything. Maybe we can run some errands in the morning that I need to run and you can come with me. But in the afternoon, how about, you know, you go fishing or you play your game or whatever it is that your man enjoys, because that's when he will feel like he can actually take that up without feeling like he's making you unhappy by doing that. If you can do that, that man is going to be a happy man in that relationship.
This is not a good time for men right now, and I personally am loving it. Obviously, we all just learned how to catch a print. So now women are objectifying men, and it's the first time that they have ever felt this, and like, welcome to our world. And we can't look away, we can't stop. It's too great. And just watching men like crash out about it.
I guarantee to you that 95% of men have no idea what you're talking about, which I think is hilarious because while women think that they're like getting a one-up on men, like they're getting their revenge, really all that's happening is you're proving that you are chronically online. I just don't think that this is a thing. And guys, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but are you feeling highly objectified because of this? I mean, if anything, they feel annoyed by women wanting, you know, a very tall man and the high earner and whatnot, you know, when they're looking to date. That is something that men talk about. Men are not really talking about how they're feeling objectified because of this whole catching a print. Most of them have no idea what you're talking about.
I know they think that's cool, and I know that they think that's cute, but that's not. That's how you eventually get to divorce, to be honest. You know, a lot of these clips, these modern women, they just stupid. Well, look at what a woman did. The stems are trimmed. This. Did you get him anything? Did you get him a present? Oh, okay. No. The answer is no. I didn't get him anything. So why are you talking? That's number one. These modern women are out here doing stupid stuff, saying stupid stuff, and then thinking they're going to get away with it. And then you have your husband out here going to cheat. TJ, oh, but you love me. Yes, but you know I don't like to be out here all day. Well, let's go get coffee. That's fun to you. That's not fun to me. And plus, on my day off, I'm driving. So I have to chauffeur you around the city. Oh, he does it because he loves me. Why would I be doing that? Why would I be doing that? I understand you're going to do things that you don't want to do for the people that you love. i.e. Costco, just being at Costco, just because that's what she wants to do. But at some point in time, as the woman, as the girlfriend, as the wife, you should be considerate and say, he doesn't really want to be doing this. I'm not going to continue to drag him through the stuff knowing that he don't want to be here.